Hi everyone, I'm Sammy and I'm a swimming teacher. We're going to have lots of fun today and we're going to learn about swimming and water safety. And you can join me every Thursday at 4:30. So make sure you tell your friends and you tell your family and we can learn about swimming and water safety together. Today, we're going to be meeting some special guests who are going to help us explore the different types of waterways we have here in Australia. But before we get going, we need to make sure we have plenty of space. So can you reach your arms out and spin around nice and slowly? Make sure you don't hit anything or anyone. We're going to reach up, make sure you can't touch the roof, and we're going to get down nice and small to make sure we've got plenty of space around us. Make sure you get your family involved, and we're going to get ready to warm up. So come join me and my friend, and we're going to go warm up together.
Hey, I'm Steph. Are you guys ready to warm up? Let's go. We're going to start with some twisting. Twist those hips. Move those hands. Oh, you're doing a great job. And twist. Woohoo! Alrighty. We have 10 seconds left. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it off. Good job. We have 2 more activities left. Shake it off. And we are going to stretch nice and tall. Oh, feel it in your arms. Good job. Are you ready for the next one? Let's go. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Wow. Look at your arms. Big scoop. Yes. That's great. Seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was awesome, guys. Shake it off. Shake, shake, shake. And stretch. Awesome. One more activity to go. You guys can do it. We're going to do some jumps. Are you ready? Up, down, up, down. Get nice and high, nice and low. Are you jumpy? Good job. Up, down, up, down. Last 10 seconds. Let's go. Up, down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Shake it off, guys. And we're going to stretch to the side. Stretch to the other side. And guess what? We're done. Great warm up, guys. See you later.
Great. Now that we're all warmed up, let's pretend that we're at the swimming pool.
Hello there. Are you going for a swim?
Well, yes, we are, but who are you?
My name is Ramsey, and I am a lifeguard.
Oh, what does a lifeguard do?
My job is to make sure everyone is safe in and around the water, including you and your friends.
So, will you be watching us swim today?
Of course. If you need any help, raise your arm up in the air and call for help. Let's give it a practice.
Help! Was that good?
That wasn't really good enough. I'm sure we can do better than that. So let's try one more time, nice and loud.
Help!
That's much better.
Oh, I think we might need to do it again.
Let's do it one more time. Okay,
Yeah.
This time we need to make sure it's nice, loud, and clear. 1, 2, 3.
Help!
Great. But remember, whenever you are in and around the water, you have an adult with you or a parent. Never, ever swim alone.
Thanks, Ramsey. We're going to go practice our swimming now. Let's go. Now we're ready to get into the water with Ramsey, the lifeguard, watching us. It's time to do a safe entry. So before we get started, I want you to have a look around your space that you're in and see what you have that you can use as a pool edge. I have a couch, so I'm going to use the couch as the edge of my pool. So I'm going to sit down on my couch. Now, my favourite way to get in the pool is a safe entry. We use a safe entry to make sure we know the depth of the water below us, and we make sure that we're not going to bump into anything around us. So it might be an object or a person. So to do our safe entry, we're going to start with putting our 2 hands to one side. You can pick whichever side you like, and we're going to turn around and slide in nice and slowly. Do you think you can try it with me? So sitting on the edge of the pool, 2 hands to one side, turn around and slide down to the ground. Nice work. You might know another safe way to get into the pool, which you can practice at home. Now that we're in the water, we're ready to get started on our swimming. Now, a really important thing to do whenever we're swimming is to make sure that we're blowing bubbles. Now, you're probably thinking at home, but Sammy, how do I blow bubbles when I'm not in the water? Well, you might not be able to blow bubbles, but you can practice your breathing. So when you get in the pool, you're ready to blow your bubbles. So we're going to start with giving me a big high five. And we're going to pretend that each of our fingers are birthday candles. So we're going to practice slowly blowing out our birthday candles. Are you ready? Nice work. Do you think you can do 10? Pretty good. Do you think you can do 20? I mean, you're probably thinking, I don't have 20 fingers, Sammy. How can I blow out 20 candles when I don't have 20 fingers? Did you know you can start at one end and then go back on the same breath? But you have to breathe nice and slowly so that you can control your breath to do 20. Let's see how many you can do. Oh, that was hard work. How many did you get? Post it in the comments below and let us know how many candles you blew out. That was hard work, but I have a game that you can play at home with your family that will help you practice your breathing ready for bubbles. So what you'll need is a ball and a straw. Now, if you don't have a ball and a straw, you can make these items out of other things. So for a ball, you might get some newspaper or scrap paper and scrunch it up into a little ball. You might have a metal straw or a plastic straw at home, or you might have something else that you can use. So I'm going to get down to the ground now. I'm going to put the ball in front of me this way. And I'm going to use my straw to blow the ball forward like this. Did you know? You don't even need a straw. So I'm going to put the ball in front of us this way. Now remember, if you have a golf ball or a tennis ball or a ball that's a little bit bigger and a bit heavier, you might find it very hard to blow it on the floor. So that's why newspaper or paper is a really great idea to help you practice your breathing. So we're going to try to blow our ball without our straw. Are you ready? How cool is that? Did you know you could actually turn this into a game with your family? You might want to put some tape on the floor or some paper to make a start line and a finish line, and you can all line up with your paper balls. Maybe you want different colours, and then you can have a race to blow them forward. If you want, why don't you make a video of your race, and then you can send it through to us so we know what you're doing at home and how much fun you're having. All right. Now, for the best part about swimming, we get to move through the water. So, I love running, so I run super fast all over my living room, super fast. But I don't think I can run that fast in the water. Have you tried running in the water before? Is it easy? Is it hard? I always find it really tricky to run that fast in the water. I have to move super slow because the water is really hard to move through. Can you pretend that you're walking in the water? Maybe you can try moving your hands to help you move through the water. Yeah? Keep having a go with me. Nice work. Good job. Did you know that if you get nice and low and bend your legs when you're walking through the water, it actually helps you balance? Can you try that with me? Moving our hands nice and low. Oh, that was good. Did you know you can also jump in the water? Maybe you can jump like a kangaroo. So you might want to start in a spot. Put some little paws and let's jump like kangaroos. That was pretty good. Do you want to do it again? Let's do it again. I'm bending my knees a lot, so I'm grounding myself in the water so that I don't fall over. Do you think you can try hopping? Remember to bend your knees. Otherwise, you might fall over in the pool. On one leg. And again. Oh, I didn't bend enough and I think I fell over. Can you try the other leg? Maybe go the other way. I didn't bend enough. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm really tired. Maybe at home you can try skipping. Maybe in your swimming lessons you do a tiger walk. You can practice that at home too. But I think I need a rest. Maybe we can practice some floating. Floating is nice and relaxing. I like to pretend I'm on a holiday. So what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to lay on the floor. We're going to do some floating. So I like to float like a starfish like this. Yeah? Do you think you can hop on the floor and have a go with me? So, I'm going to get down on the floor like this, and I'm going to lay down and out like a starfish. And, I might pretend that I'm floating in the ocean and the sun's nice and warm. Maybe you're in Hawaii. What type of holiday are you on? What do you think about when you're floating? Maybe you can let us know in the comments below what you're thinking of. I feel nice and relaxed now. Did you know you can float on your tummy too? How cool is that? So, we're going to do floating on our tummy, but I need you to grab some things first. So, I'm going to use some cushions that I've got behind me on my couch. You might have some pillows from your bed. You might have a blanket. You might just lay on the couch. You might have a couch that's long enough. My couch is a little bit small. All right, I'm going to grab my cushions if you want to grab yours. Are you ready? I'm going to lay them down so that they go underneath my body. I'm very tall, so I need 3. All right, now I'm going to put my belly on the cushions. So the cushions are going to help lift me off the ground so I can put my eyes down, chin down, like my swimming teachers always told me. I hope they're telling you that too. And then the cushions will just help protect my chest so I'm not on the hard ground. And are you ready to do some floating? Oh, this is really nice. Do you know you can actually practice this in bed before you go to sleep? You can practice putting your body in this position so that when you get to go back to swimming lessons, you know what body position to go into. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pop our cushions into a circle. Now, my circle is a little bit of a triangle. You can use your blanket to make a circle, or it might be a square. You might have a triangle like me. You just need enough room that you can put your hands into. Now, we're going to do some sculling hands. Do you know what sculling hands are? Sculling hands help us to move through the water. So they help us with all of our different strokes when we pull in our freestyle and backstroke and breaststroke, and even when you doggy paddle. So we're going to play a game with sculling hands. We're going to bake a cake. Now, If you don't have cushions or a blanket or anything to make a circle, you might want to get a mixing bowl, but you can only use a mixing bowl for some of this activity. So what we're going to do first is we're going to put some ingredients in our cake. What do you put in your cake? I'm going to put some flour in first. So I make my hand into a scooping shape like this, and then I'm going to scoop my ingredients into my bowl. What did you put in? Next, I'm going to put in some sugar. So I'm going to use the other hand, remember, scooping hand, and scooping my sugar into my bowl. You can put some more ingredients in. Let's put some ingredients in together. Nice work. Now, before we do anything else, we need to do some mixing. So we're going to put our hand in our scooping shape again. We're going to put our arm in the bowl and mixing around. Maybe you want to go the other way too. Do you think you can try it with your other hand? Remember your scooping shape and scooping in the bowl and the other way. Nice work. Now, before we put in any other ingredients, we need to make a hole in the middle. So we're going to use our scooping hands and we're going to dig a hole in the middle. And it's time to put some more ingredients in. What else are you going to put in? I'm putting in sprinkles because they're my favourite thing to have in a cake. And I'm going to put some strawberries in. I love strawberries. And I think maybe we can do something different with our mixing this time. Now, you need to make sure you have enough space to stand in, so you might need to move your cushions out. And if you have a bowl, just put your bowl to the side and you can just practice with us. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into our bowl, stand up nice and straight, and we're going to turn around like we're mixing. We're a mixer in the bowl. Can you be a mixer in the bowl? Maybe you want to change direction. If you put your hands up like this, it creates some more resistance and it's like you're in the water. Maybe you even want to paddle your arms. Nice work. All right, we're going to hop out of the bowl. Ooh. All right, pop that in the oven. Oh, it's back. Our cake's done. My mum's going to love this cake. Now it's time to put on our icing because the cake's cooled down. So we're going to put our arm like this. No scooping this time. Our arm is now a knife. And we're going to ice our cake. What flavour icing are you putting on your cake? Mine's going to be chocolate because my mum loves to have chocolate cake. Oh, I love chocolate cake too. What's your favourite flavour? I'm going to put lots of icing on because I love icing. Looks good. All right, I might put these away. Pop my cushions back. Well done. Now I've got another activity for us to do. Now this might be an activity that you might need to change the space that you're in. You need enough space that you can lie down and maybe even roll around. So you can do this outside. You might do it in another room, but you need to make sure you have plenty of space. We're going to do an activity about body rotations. So in our different swimming strokes, we do a lot of movement of our body. So we're going to have a practice doing that. Okay? So to start with, we're going to put our body into torpedo position. Do you know what a torpedo looks like? We put our arms up, and we lock our arms, and we want to be nice and straight. Okay? Now, in a second, we're going to hop on the floor, and we're going to lay down in our torpedo position. All right? Then we're going to practice rolling on the ground like we're in the water. It can be really tricky. Are you ready to try it on the ground with me? So I'm going to start by laying on my tummy in my torpedo position with my legs out behind me, and then I'm going to roll. Are you ready? Did you try it? Can you try it with me? I'm going to go the other way this time. Good job. If you're doing that at home, maybe you can take a video or get one of your parents to take a photo and send it through to us so we know how much fun you're having at home. Which beach do you like to go to? Maybe we can pretend that we're there. Can you pretend that you're at the beach with me?
Hi everyone, I'm Romy and I'm a volunteer lifesaver.
Hi, Romy. My friends and I, we're going to go swimming at the beach. So what important things do we need to remember before we go swimming at the beach?
Great question, Sammy. Now, I want to ask you a question. Have you ever seen the red and yellow flags like the one behind me when you've been to the beach?
I have, and I'm sure my friends at home have seen the red and yellow flags too. But Romy, can you tell us, why are the red and yellow flags so important?
They're very important, Sammy. Lifesavers like me put those flags up on the safest place on the beach. And we want people like you and your friends to swim in between them. We want you to swim in between them, A, because it's the safest place on the beach, and B, because that's where we're watching the water. So if you get into trouble while you're swimming in between them, we'll be able to come and help you.
Oh, we met Ramsey, the lifeguard, this morning, and he taught us how to call for help. And you put your hand up, and you wave, and you call out, help! If we do that, will you see us and help us?
Awesome, of course. If you ever call for help while you're swimming in between the red and yellow flags, lifesavers will come and help you.
Oh, cool. What other important things do we need to remember when we're at the beach?
Unlike a swimming pool, beaches have waves, and you've probably seen them before. Some beaches have little waves, maybe like a bay beach, maybe St Kilda, and some beaches, like the one behind me, have bigger waves. And if you're swimming at a beach with bigger waves, you might risk getting knocked off your feet by those waves. So I want you to make sure that you're always keeping your eye on the waves, you're always swimming with a friend, and always take an adult with you.
Oh, thanks, Romy. Well, I think we're all going to make sure that we always take an adult or someone with us and make sure that we're never swimming alone. But before we go to the beach, when we're planning to go, is there anything important that we need to do?
Yeah, before we go to the beach, it's great to find a beach that has lifesavers like me at it. So, you can check this by going on the Beach Safe app and looking to find a patrolled beach with red and yellow flags.
Oh, I might download that app so I can make sure that when I go to the beach in summer, I'm going to a red and yellow patrolled beach with people like you. But I think it might be a bit too cold for us to go for a swim today, so we might go to the river instead. Thanks, Romy. Bye. So before we pretend that we're at the river, we need to make sure that we get a nice long object. So you can get a mop or a broom or a stick. You might even have an umbrella. It doesn't have to be too big, it just needs to be nice and long. We're going to pretend that it is a fishing rod. So I've got my handy dandy mop here, and I'm going to sit on the couch and pretend I'm fishing in a river. Have you been to a river before? You might have been to the Murray River on a holiday up in northern Victoria. Or maybe you were in Melbourne and you saw the Yarra River. Rivers can have really steep edges and sloping riverbanks, so it's important that you always have caution when you're entering the water. It's important to check the depth and the current. We're going to learn how to check the depth of a river today. So standing up, we're going to pretend our fishing rod is now a really big stick. Okay, so we're going to put our stick into the water, and when we pull it up, it's going to show us where the water level sits. Okay, now can you try it with me? We're going to put the stick in the water and pull it up. Where does your water level sit? Is it really deep or is it really shallow? Did you know that when you're putting the stick in the water, if you have to bend down so the stick's getting really low, it might be too deep and you don't want to fall in, so it might actually be too deep to swim there. An important thing to remember when you go to the river is Lifesaver Romy's message: never swim alone. You can also check with locals to find out where is it safe to swim, or is it safe to swim at all? Do you think you can remember that next time you go to a river? It's also really important never to swim where people are fishing, so it's probably not a good idea to swim here. I think I caught a big one! Wow, we had so much fun today and you did such a great job. Well done. Can you join me in giving a clap for our guests? Thanks for having fun with us today. Are you going to join me for freestyle and rescues next week? You can also attend the Nippers session, Tuesdays at 4:30, where you can have fun being a lifesaver. How cool is that? Before next week, what you can do at home is you can grab an adult and go on a water safety hunt and look for different dangers around your house. But until then, see you all next week.